All right. I believe we are live. We shall see. Took the little one out and ran her around the yard chasing a couple of toys, so we'll see if she can be good now. That's a big if. I need a shave. So we're experimenting a little bit with another tool inside of Dungeon Draft. I've tried to use this before, and once, and it was actually on a map that was a massive cave. And that kind of created a problem because the whole thing with things shifting like it does. Um, hey, Gothic, how's it going? And it ends up shifting everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the cave tool to dig out where it's caves. We're going to use the other tool to dig out the other areas. And let's see if that works out well. I mean, we have no idea if it's going to work out well or not. So let's just roll with the punches, see how it goes, and take it from there. So how have you been, Gothic? And we're going to try to get this map done relatively quickly because I need to populate all of these maps inside of Foundry, which I mean, we did that in stream a while ago. We populated the older maps before and didn't work awesomely. So we're going to mess with getting that done today quickly. I've already imported all of the monsters for this level, so that should work well. I'm trying to see this damn thing. Let me move this up. Something is slowing your browser. I love when that happens. All right, we're going to move this over here. It didn't want to move. And we still need to get back to playing Dragon Age, but that's why I'm pressing today to get these maps done and populated, and I've got like a month at least to start creating new maps for the other areas. Now, the ones that we already did, if you remember, we did Skullport off and on a while ago. I'm not going to redo those. I'm going to let the Mac users suffer. You know, because it's not our fault that they're Mac users. And we'll take it from there. All right, let me finish making sure that everything is running well. I think it is. We shall see. And then we get to our actually live streaming screen. I'm thinking about picking up another light and redoing the lighting in here so the light comes from that side, and maybe something down low here, take care of shadows. Key light. Don't have hair, so a hair light isn't going to do anything for me. All right, let's go ahead and get her going. We've got that up, and we're rocking and rolling. All right, I'm going to move this back down, then I'll be able to see everything that I need to see. At least have it in eye level. And we're good. So we're going to work with this cave tool. As I said, I started experimenting with it this morning. I haven't used it since, I think, 2 or 3 versions ago. But we have been digging it. We started digging out that much. We're going to dig it out there. Not sure how I want to do. I mean, I think we're going to do everything that's like a cave tunnel and cave looking areas, like this section over here, using the cave tool. And then we're going to use the other tool that we've been using to create this more like a built out area. So let's see how it looks when we're done. It could be a massive mistake and waste of time, but we'll see. I do like that. Here's the thing. Using the cave tool like this, we can come in, basically where we draw, it's going to create the walls and floor. So that in itself is nice, as long as we can see. If you go really fast, it tends to do little jumps, and then it just leaves like little cave pockets, I guess you would call it. And then you've got to go back in and fix and repair all those lines. So, see, like right there, we're going to have a few pockets inside, but that's fine. We can use a larger brush here. I mean, I don't even know if this is going to take less time to do it this way. That is really my hope, that this will do the maps in less time. But I'm not really feeling hopeful about that. It's just we can actually drag and draw, create the things, instead of doing all that tap, 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 tap that we've been doing to make it work. Like right there. I mean, we can fix it really easy just by going over. We don't have to go in and do that line tool that slows things down. Now we'll see in the long run if this will make those repairs without slowing things down. Man, that would be awesome. But it does create like a nice jaggedy cave wall. Jaggedy, is that even a word? I mean, this part of it does go quicker, which is great. But then again, the other way, when you do an area like this, by the time you come back around, you touch the point, fills everything in with the floor. We don't have to go back and basically, color within the lines to finish the cave. We'll see. We're going to see how this looks, how it works. I'd given up on the cave tool a while ago. I mean, I'd tried using the cobble, walls, all this other stuff. And in the end, you gotta go with what works. But he's constantly, the Mega Sploot guy's constantly making improvements. So once in a while I'll go back to something like this and experiment with the older tool to see how it works. Because why not? It's there. It's like, let's give it a try. If we really care, we can always make a little quick brush stroke. And it does. See, that's what worries me, is you see how all that stuff shifts. That shifts all the way around the perimeter that we've drawn. That worries me a little bit that, as this thing gets dragged out and we have a massive pile of walls, that it's going to definitely mess with the RAM. And I did a little bit of research, and it looks like some of the crashing problems that we've had are because I've got 32 gigs of RAM in this thing, and I think this program, by the time you get done loading a lot of the assets that are there, this program eats up a lot of that RAM. I don't know. Maybe I need to put another 32 gigs in. I've got room. The motherboard will take it. Get up to 64 and take it from there. So that might be the answer to our crashing issues. Let's bring this down, and then we're going to start building out this area. And I think what we're going to do, even though the way this thing was drawn, this is kind of like the cave walls coming in, we're going to square this all out, and we're going to make it a semi-decent floor over here. Because why the hell not? I mean, if we can get this to work so that like the cave areas look like caves, the way we've been doing it, let's say you've got a zone where it's caves, and then you have another zone where it should be like tile, stone, whatever flooring. You have to go in and put another flooring overlay on top. If this works where we can break the caves out, have it go outside, and then wherever a cave area breaks, the walls break out of a nice area, we can have two separate floors without having to worry about coming back in later and fixing that. So that's why I decided we were going to give this a shot this morning. Now what I'm hoping is that the cave floor itself, is kind of the same as what the older cave floor was in the other maps. I'm not going to go in and redo those. We will adopt this method moving forward, you know, for different zones, but I'm not going to redo the maps a second time because the way I'm doing this, each of these large maps is turning into 4 smaller maps that are still huge and time consuming. And we're not gonna mess with that anymore. All right, so I feel like this central area could be kind of nice, and then this looks kind of busted out and not so nice. So let's make this busted out area look busted out. I think that's what we're gonna do. I tell you what, everybody's been going crazy this morning. The Tessa was in here just going batshit. So I took her outside. I let her run around the yard, and she was happy. I've got my backyard's basically broken into 2 sections. I've got what before the pool was torn out, we would let the dogs run, and what we just referred to as the dog run. And then there was the backyard that was the pool. Now we have an actual backyard. And I tell you what, the dogs just, you know, we're gonna figure that, let's draw this kind of like this was a cave area on this side. And then we'll fill it in. I think that's the plan. Let's take a look. See how jumbly and jumpy it is. See, it kind of did some weird stuff here. But yeah, she was going nuts, so I took her outside. I threw her. It's kind of like a ball with tentacles on it. It looks like an octopus. It's called a wooba. And we had a couple of those things left over, right? They were pool toys that the dogs would play with. They would float on the top. The dogs would have a good old time. You know, they had their fun. And that, for some reason, is like her favorite toy in the whole world. She loves the wooba. So I took her outside, threw that. We picked up another couple of them because she is also massively destructive with toys. But I took 2 of them out with me. She has a tendency to like chase after a ball, but she brings it back halfway. She's like, you know what, I did half the work, you go pick that up. So we still have to work on the training aspect of the Tessa, because she's a wild woman. But I ran her for like 15, 20 minutes. That's why I got on a little bit later than I anticipated. And brought her in. Now she's like passed out under my feet. Before that, I was in here. I was getting ready to start streaming and mapping. And she was just barking, losing her shit, just going nuts. You know, normally, if that bird was out there doing that, she'd be at the door wanting to go kill her. Kind of like Jelly used to want to just kill the birds. And so I think I did my job. I think she's worn out. So we shouldn't have any barking until, you know, she gets her nap. So we're going to try to color this zone in. We'll let up on the pen after it's colored in. This is, if I remember right, because I read through this module, this is like where there's a shop down here with an Oni who pretends to be like a hobgoblin. And the other hobgoblins, you know, let him have this zone because they're terrified of him. But he also sells stuff, so the adventurers could come down here and, you know, buy some new stuff if they need it. If they're smart, you know, they won't go in and start shit with him. But that's a fairly big if sometimes. All right, let's see how this turns out. See, these walls are popping like immediately. So I don't know, maybe this is the plan for the caves. We'll do this, and then, you know, we can draw our internal walls. I don't know. I'm still thinking about using base assets and just, you know, if there's something I really need. I mean, like the Drow kink room. I really needed a rack and like a spinning torture table and stuff like that to make it look right. Yeah, the Drow kink room. That all in and of itself just sounds fucking wrong, doesn't it? But the Drow kink room needed that stuff. I needed a rack with, you know, whips and chains and all kinds of stuff there. But, you know, am I that committed to mapping to draw something with a bunch of GIMP masks and stuff on it? I don't know, man. That just is outside of my level of comfort. And I wouldn't want to have that kind of stuff on a map if... So I got to make the map semi-friendly to, you know, diverse groups. And part of a diverse D&D group is they're going to be kids playing. I mean, let's face it, Wizards markets this stuff towards kids with all that. It's families play D&D together. And my daughter started playing D&D with me when she was like 8. So, and I never allowed anything like that at the table. And I had players sit down who, you know, were fucking assholes, and they would want to role play that kind of shit. And I was like, you know what? That ain't happening. Do you see that child sitting at a table? Get the fuck over yourself or get out. And, you know, you're always going to have assholes come and want to play, but you don't have to cater to them. So, and I really don't like that Wizards is catering to that shit and putting it in there, but because they're not thinking about what their audience is. And that's part of your audience. I mean, if it's possible that you can have kids and families playing and you're writing a module, you need to think about what you're putting in. But, I mean, let's be honest, people like Mike Merles, that fucker never had a lick of common sense. You know, I have a feeling if anybody ever wrote a book about him, it would be similarly titled, like, who wrote that book? Rush Limbaugh is a big fat idiot. It would be the same thing with Merles. I mean, I don't like that guy. And I mean, there have been plenty of issues with him that he should have been fired a while ago. So once we get this outside wall drawn in, we'll be able to use the larger brush and pull this in. Like I said, we're experimenting. And this may not be quicker, but it will allow me to save time on the back end, not having to put in different floor textures for different areas. Because I want this zone that we're drawing in to look like a cave. And then I want this zone over here. You know, this will be like a cave busted out. And the rest of this, we're going to make it like it's kind of improved flooring. So we're going to go ahead and finish drawing out the edges here and see how it looks. I mean, I still remember. I mean, one of the I started disliking Merles when 5e was being made and people were asking him questions and he just gave dick answers, right? But I really started disliking the guy after I saw a live play event where he was playing. Chris Perkins was running. Perkins had said, "This is what the basic background of the area is. This is what'll be there. This is my setting." And Merles came in and did something that was like absolutely outside setting. And Perkins was like, "Well, that's not set. It doesn't fit the setting, so you're gonna have to change it." And he says, "Nah, I sign your paycheck. I'll do whatever I want." And it's like, really? You just said that in the live stream? You are a fucking asshole. And I've hated that guy ever since that fucking thing. And you could see Perkins was just pissed. But what are you gonna do when this is the fucking arrogant motherfucker that's has control over whether or not you have a job? So I hate that guy. As though if you can't tell. And then you've got all the crap with that jackass Zach Sabbath, where there are a bunch of allegations about him being abusive and stuff like this. D&D finally took his name, off of the newer books being put out, but Merles was like, "Oh no, he's a good guy." Merles liked him because he hung out with porn stars. In other words, Merles is a fucking loser. It's funny because I'll have conversations with my son about this kind of stuff, and I don't think he realizes that people like that just don't have a place in the industry anymore. We don't need gatekeepers keeping people from being able to play. We don't need assholes supporting people who are abusive to females who play the game. And companies certainly don't need to be supporting jackasses like that. All right, let's start filling in the blanks here. What's down here? Did I skip this little zone? I did. We've got most of the outline. Let's go back here. Like I said, we'll see if this speeds up creation of the map in the long run. I think it will. All right. And the map tool isn't designed like the other tools where you can go and dot around and trace. This is more of like a painting tool. Painting tool within, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just a vector graphics program. So that's why I want to make sure you color in as much as you can so that wall flips out. See, that's when things get scary. You watch that wall, how it all kind of flashes. It's doing that because the entire wall is shifting. The entire outline. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. And I still miss the days of like Monty Cook and some of the old gang in there that were working on other versions where, you know, actually did good work. And it wasn't as lazy as some of the stuff that Wizards is doing just to pump out books as quickly as possible. I feel like that's what they're doing with a lot of these adventures that are just rehashes of old adventures going way back. It's like, how can we pump out something really quick? We need something done in 3 months. Well, let's just restat Strahd. Let's just restat all these old dungeons and put it in a book. It's laziness. It's just like sloppy painting. See if it fills it all in. What we're looking for is little pieces of wall chunks left behind because we didn't go over as much as we should have. See if that one goes. I mean, in the end, we end up doing little pieces at a time as we're doing the outline drawing, so I don't think this is taking us any longer. And you'll see when we get to the next zone where I plan to do the different walls. With more of a tile floor instead of the cave floor. There we go. Doesn't look like any pieces left behind there. On this map, when I started drawing in, or actually the map, I finished another map this morning. It was one of the ones that I did the other day, and then I realized that I had not converted it to the proper grid size. The grids were still 10 by 10 instead of 5 by 5. So I finished that thing up today, and I used a lot of just the base assets to fill it in, bodies, blood, stuff like that. And I think it turned out okay. I mean, with the time constraint that I've put on myself to get this thing done, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Because I have no idea what decisions my party will make tonight. So I'm trying to get these maps done ASAP. All right, look at that. So that section's done, right? Let's take a look and see what it looks like without the trace. That doesn't look bad. We got a few little corrections to make, right? And this is one of the reasons we take the trace off. I think that really does look acceptable. You know, the walls will all be there. They'll be nice and jagged like a cave would. It's not bad. All right, so let's draw in this section here. I did say we're going to do this as a breakout. And in the end, we'll see how it looks. Either way, no matter how it looks, we're going to keep it. I'll be blunt right there. We will keep it. So that'll be our break. I keep hoping I'll get a call from my person that's going to bring out my wood. Because I ended up using all the last of my wood yesterday. I've got like 4 pieces out there, and that is not enough to do a burn. So these pieces here, these sections here, they look rubblish. Let's do this like it's a cave. Now we could go a little bigger. You know, we can figure that these are like little pocket areas. I kind of like that idea. And they dug out that main section, made a nice area with a nice floor. And as they were digging, they found little pockets in the rock. They're like, you put some walls and doors in there. So I kind of like that idea. We'll see how it looks when it's done. This could be another little pocket. I think at this point we start running into memory issues, and that's when this cave tool started giving me issues the last time I used it, but we've gotten a lot more done because I was running a much smaller map the last time I tried to use this. And it was just not, it was not cooperating. All right. The hell is this over here? I have no idea. Doesn't really make sense that there's that area because that's supposed to be a solid wall. Oh, what is this? Ooh. I'm excited. Fuck. I gotta find some wood now, apparently, because they're not delivering until next week. Alright, so those little sections are done. Let's set this up now. So, do we want to do concrete or smart stone? Let's see what the smart stone will look like. We'll do that. And I want to take a look and see what the colors are going to look like. Maybe just a little lighter. Like that. Let's go there. You know what? I think we can go a little lighter. There we go. because we don't want it to be a pristine floor either. Got that, the stone. We're going to do this in snap mode for as much of this as we can. That'll get a big ass portion of this map done. And then we're gonna kind of swoop that around there. All right, we should be able to get this part done pretty darn quickly. I think by doing it this way, it may also only shift the stuff that's involved with like the textures we're using right now, and then the floor and all in the other section may not shift. See, we don't see that stuff shifting over there. See how long this pop takes. That was quick. Do we have that whole thing done already? I mean, that in and of itself was a lot quicker than what we were doing before. Let's take a look and see what it looks like now. Not bad. I think we're happy with that. We need the wall tool. I want to experiment here too. Let's see what the cop will look like. Doesn't look bad. For an underground tunnel house, we'll take it. And for stuff like that where we know there's going to be a door, always make sure there's a straight line, or else the doors won't snap to there. We always straight line the door walls. And if things go a little bit rough the rest of the way, that's fine. So we're going to build all our walls. Then we'll come back and put our doors on. Like I said, I think the next set of maps we do, we're going to make them much simpler, with most of the default graphics being what we use. And then we'll read ahead to see if there's anything different that we're going to need. We might, I don't know, maybe we'll draw some custom assets, you know, for each section of map. zoom out and see how much more we need to do. We're getting there. And we'll go and look at these rooms furnish and flip over to VTT, to Foundry, our virtual tabletop. So last night I can't say we, smoked a whole chicken. On the smoker instead of, usually I will roast it on the grill in between. I'll set up fires on both sides or coals, and we used a smoker last night. I tell you what, it turned out really nice. Like this is a wall. There's no door. What the hell's going on there? Almost there. Zoom and look. Those walls are done. Let's see. All those walls are done. Almost. Getting so close. So close. All done. Now we'll add some doors. All right, start adding our portals. We're going to use simple doors. Oops, didn't mean to pop the mic. All right, let's take a look around, see if we missed any. You know what? do a complete save. Cover our butts. So we're just going to double check that all of our doors or portals are in. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is furnish them all that good stuff on this later. Let's go ahead and pull our maps into Foundry and populate them. That was quick. That was probably the quickest run we did getting a map together on this. All right. I'm going to pull this in here. We're going to go ahead and do our updates on Foundry. I'll tell you the other thing I want to do. You know what? We'll leave that up for now. All right. So let's watch it be some major update or some crap today. Thank you. So I'm going to do the updates now, and I will also do updates this evening to make sure everything's ready for our games. It looks like that's all of them on the modules. It'd be awesome if that's all, period. Just take a moment for all these to update. Put our pen away. We're done with that. All right, so I think on this side, I'm going to open up my Chrome browser. So this was the map that we had running. We already had this fully populated. And we're going to go ahead and start putting the maps that we've finished in. So let's do that. So this will be Sargauth level section 1. I was getting ready to freak out because I didn't see the section 2, but we're not done that. Oh my god. So they've already gone completely through here. But we're going to go ahead and add our secret door that's supposed to be here. So that they opened last week. They went through this area. Went over here, they fought the thing that was here. And they ended up right here. So I'm going to drop my players over here. So now they'll be able to see. We can turn that off though so we can see. Alright, let's put that up there. Get my stuff so I can see. Hey Castro, how's it going? Alright. So I'm going to pull up I need to find the... I've got the module up. Let me pull that real quick. Or I should say as quickly as I can. There it is. And I need my reference map. I think I'll pull the reference map down here. Come on. There we go. All right, so let's... Now we're ready. So 9B, and we need to start putting... This is where we need to start putting stuff in that we had on our other map. The 9B is the Demon Guarded Treasure. This is room 9B. We need to add text. Nine B. We need to toggle visibility, then the players can't see that, but I can. All right, so 2 Balguras. I don't think they're constructs, maybe aberrations. Man, I forget what the hell they are. We'll do this the easy way. All right. Nine A is done. 10A, that's pebbles, and we won't worry about anything on this map. Tell you what, we're going to add text in each one of these rooms. No, it's 9A. Oh, come on. See, if you don't do it like that, it doesn't work. Oops, put it in the wrong room. I think we can slide it up here. Oh, fuck you. This is 20A. Zoom out and just look at this real quick. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is J. All right, so I can move up here. If we do this, it makes things a lot easier. When we come in and start populating the rooms, we're not guessing on the map. And these numbers, the players will never see them. It'd be really nice if we could do this in the mapping software, but it doesn't work like that. I think we don't need to number that stuff up there. Only because players have already done that. And then we're going to do this. Can't. It'd be nice if we could let's try one more time. Why is it doing that? Now let's see if we can. Okay, we can. These need to be there because there's certain areas here in the water where if they are traveling without the ferryman, they're going to get attacked. All right. Let's go down to the 20s and we'll start populating here. And this will just be quick drag and drop. So we have what? 6 drow, 6 drow elite warrior. Oh, 6 drow and 1 drow elite warrior. There we go. That's a little better. 6 drow elite warrior will probably wipe them out. (20F) is unoccupied. 20E unoccupied. (20D) that's the mirror. 20C 3 Quaggoths. Not Quaggus. Humanoids. Oh, there they are. Size medium, so they stay the same. Two drow guards. Alright, so 3 drow. And then a bugbear. And 3 goblins. They're shackled together, so we'll put them over there working. Let's see, H is empty. I, drow on the toilet. J is troglodyte mob. 12. K has 3 Grimlocks. Nice and easy. Room 19. It's Chimera. That should be a monstrosity. I knew I had already pulled all these things in here. And everything pulls in. See, that's a large, which will be a 2x2. We're going to put him on his gold. As close to on his gold as we can get. That's good. '18's abandoned. 17 on this map. It is not. Let me make sure. Alright, so this map is populated. And this will be the active map. Everybody will start on. So we have he's running around with light on. I think I need to fix that. So he's 20, 40. He's got light on. And these are all things, if you're going to run it with light instead of global illumination, you have to make sure you take this stuff into account. You see everybody's vision doing exactly what it should be doing. So I'm very happy. And then we added this thing here, which is really nice. It allows them to cast their spells, do all that kind of stuff. We are exceptionally happy with the foundry. All right, so let's set up section 4. Oh, you know what we need to do? Let's take this off. So this area 10 goes to, I think that's section 4. Let me look at my maps. It is. So in here, we'll put text. And this one, all right, so four. Let's start putting our text in here, then we'll populate. That's 10A. I think this map was made to be all section 10. So 10A is the gravel, we know that. Let's look at each room and see what we have. We need 10 Grimlocks. That was weird. Sea-Hag Coven. Alright, so we're going to put a Sea-Hag in each one of these pools. Each have a pet giant crab. Sea-Hags are done. Geyser, stone cauldron, all bones, the larder up top. So that's in here. Commoner and a goblin. Got the horde. Nothing there. That section's done. Let's see where this goes to. So this. All right, fully populated. Next one's where it's going to get silly. And let's make sure this is going to work. Still populated and numbered, and they are all hidden. So that's good. This is a big fucking map. Ah, god damn it. That just marks something that's supposed to be there. These are, they come down through that area. That's why we didn't map it out completely. Why does it go away? That's what I want to know. All right, so let's work here and we'll work our way around numerically. All right, 11A, it's a petrified guy. There's a drider in here. Large monstrosity. Area 12. 3 ghosts. Those ghosts are actually funny. They're like pirate ghosts. Digging for treasure. (13A), nothing in there. 13B, there's a skeleton. He is the ferryman. Let's see, 14A. Nothing. 14B. Dead goblin. In here, there's a Zorn. Oh, big Zorn. We'll update his token. (15A) and B. Nothing but dead guys. (16A). 2 drow. We need to add something here for our notation. This is a ledge 6 feet above the water. (16B), the ledge 8 feet above the water. So we need to go in here. They won't be able to see them. And then on the south ledge, 2 drow and a drow elite. And we need to add a squiggly here and there. So that's another area where they're going to get attacked in the water. And then this is the same thing. It would be prettier, I guess, if we drew it with a tablet, but I'm not that worried about it. It is fugly though, isn't it? All right, so the 16s are done. Let's go to 17. So 11 hobgoblins and a captain. Let's do this. See if we can do it. Can we do like 1.2? Yeah, he's a little bit bigger. Okay. He's a captain because he's burly. Tessa's like, why did you go I'm not playing with you, little girl. I'm sorry. Six bugbears. $17C. Pair of goblins. $17D. Nerazar the Defeated. He's an undead. Alright, so he's in there along with 3 gas spores. So he should look like a beholder zombie. We didn't save it, did we? There we go. And what about 17E? Utyug. That's 17. Those are done. All right, we're done populating maps. We have to finish the other one, but we're not going to do that today. Whew. We got the base drawing done, so perhaps the mix of cave and floor building tools works well. If that's the case, that is awesome. But at this point, we have all of our Sargauth level stuff done. So, at least for tonight, so we're good. We are golden. All right, we're going to call that it for the day. I might get on a little bit later and play some Dragon Age, but we'll see. Right now I'm going to go relax a little bit. I was up late last night, didn't feel great after dinner, and we will definitely be on tomorrow playing some Dragon Age. Like I said, I'm going to finish the other map offline, so the rest of the gaming this week will be Dragon Age or whatever we decide to play. So anyway, everybody, thanks for popping in. Have an awesome day, and we'll catch you next time.